Hey guys, this is Zachariah Bourne, and in this video we're going to talk about how to let go. So what is letting go? A lot of people ask me that, how do I let go? How do I do that? What is that? Well, letting go is really about taking time to detach from the problem. You got to detach from the problem. If you're constantly focusing on it, you are definitely not letting go, right? You know that. You can feel it. You're not letting go. And things really can't change while you're just holding on to it as it is. You gotta, you gotta release it a little bit. You don't want to be digging your nails into your palms. You gotta just breathe, take a moment, take a minute, take an hour, take an afternoon, take time. And the first step of letting go, depending on how tight it is, if it's really tight, you might just need to distract yourself. Do something else that gets your mind off the subject. If you had a recent breakup or something like that, you can always do something that requires so much of your attention that you can't focus on the crap going on in your life, whatever that is. Whatever that is, we're perceiving that to be. And it's only a perception. It's only a perception. We always have to realize that. It's only a perception. We are just perceivers. Always got to remember that. We're just perceivers. And so something happens and we have a definition of what that is and what that means for us, which is basically always totally bogus. And like often people will have a breakup, for instance, and then they will feel like this huge loss, which it's really not. It never is. It never is a huge loss. It's always a gain when we can realize it, when we can perceive it. But when you're holding on, you can't. So in order to let go, we have to, one, distract ourselves, free ourselves a bit. But then the next step, right, this is different levels of letting go. So once we get ourselves to where we're not hanging on to it so much, right, then what we can do is we can start perceiving it in a more positive way, in a more generalized way. We don't have to get so hardcore specific, right? Some people will call that going general, which is very useful. When you're really specific on something, you're not going to feel nearly as good about it if it's a negative thing. So what you want to do, you want to be a little bit easier with yourself, you want to be gentler about it. You want to realize that, one, this universe is infinite. Anything can happen. And a lot of times we really lock ourselves into a way of thinking far beyond what we need to, because things can come to us in a million different ways that we can't even perceive. But we have to let go in order to do that. So as we're letting go, right? We're letting go. We're releasing. Well, you can also do meditation is a great tool, because if you can get into a detached state, you're really in a letting go place. That detachment, the state of detachment. If you have that monkey mind, they call it the monkey mind, it's always active, like a ship, a little boat on the top of an ocean with a huge storm just coming all around with these huge tidal waves going up and down. Right? People's minds are like that. Most everyone, it's like that. But if you go below the surface, even in that storm, no matter how hard it's raging on the surface, it could be a gigantic hurricane, but you go below the surface, you don't even have to go that far, that deep down, to where it's extremely calm. You could look up and see these waves raging above you, but you wouldn't feel anything. You would not feel anything. If you go even deeper, nothing at all. And in a way, that's what we're doing when we're letting go, we're releasing. When we meditate, that's what we do. We really in our state of detachment. We're just not holding on to anything. We're just really in this moment. I always get this feeling like I'm floating or I'm weightless, which is a really cool feeling. Or it almost feels like my body is like bigger than my physical body, like as if my body is the size of the Hulk, or something. You feel like beyond your body. You can't really tell where your body begins and the universe begins. That's a real state of detachment. That's really good. So that's another reason I highly recommend meditation, but it's very difficult to do if we're holding on to something. So we have to get a few levels down to be able to do that. Another thing you can do is you can just feel this moment. Feel this moment. And you'll notice 99.9999% of the time, your issue isn't even in the room with you. Or if it is, it's not doing that negative thing at this moment. It's not doing anything bad that you really have to worry about. And yet, it's not even here, and we're being bothered by it. It's not even here. People carry stuff around they're holding on to 20, 30, 40 years. You don't need to do that. You don't even need to hold on to it for 5 minutes, although, it's not so easy to do. It takes a certain level of something. Even I have not achieved that all the time, for sure. But that state of being able to let go and be able to release. But at the core of really letting go, what it is being able to be happy without it. That'll really put you in that let go state. I can be happy without it. Can I be happy without it? And when you can achieve that happiness without it, you just feel good about it. Even if it doesn't come, you really let go. This is really a great place to be. It's very empowered, right? And then we can stop in that moment. We can feel ourselves. Really feel that power come back to us. Because we realize that we're just a perceiver. And we can feel any way we want, and we can think about whatever we want. And our emotions are completely based on what we're thinking about. So that is real letting go, being able to be happy without something. But the interesting thing is, usually by the time you're happy without something, it comes to you because you're no longer resisting it. You've let go, and good things are able to flow in. And not until you let go can good things flow in. And you'll notice that people who achieve really amazing things or really great at attracting a certain area of their life, they are super let go about it. They're not worried about it at all. Not at all. And it's not even a thing. It's not even on their radar. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you guys can really let go this week. Just let it all go. Let it all go. You're going to feel so light. You're going to feel so light and good. You're going to feel great. So if any of you guys are looking for one-on-one coaching, you want to improve your life, we can really do that together. I can send you some great testimonials and all that good stuff. If any of you guys are wanting more, a little bit more information on that, send me a message. I'd love to work with you. Also, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell so that you can be notified when new videos come out. Also, follow me on Instagram, and you can also join the Romance Academy with the Zachariah Bourne Facebook group. Have an amazing, light, free day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.